Welcome to the State Farm postgame show.
Kirk Cousins only threw one touchdown pass all game, but it was the most important of his career. The game winner in overtime to Kyle Rudolph and the Vikings, who no one gave a chance to go into New Orleans and knock off the Saints 26-20 in OT. They move on to the divisional round to face the San Francisco 49ers. That is for next week as we welcome you to the State Farm postgame show. Howie, how'd this happen?
We were talking about Kirk Cousins and, all the pressure on him and all the criticism he's received from Washington to Minnesota, the shortcomings. You go to the slot blitz with the big run by Cook and then obviously the throw to Thielen, which was a monster throw. And the mismatch in the end zone for the big touchdown at the end of the game that wins it for them to be on the road. Maybe this allows him to play free. Maybe it takes all the pressure off this guy. And this is what makes our playoffs so magical. Somebody gets hot. Somebody starts believing. Maybe it's Minnesota.
It's the fact that Zimmer let
Kevin
Stefanski throw the bomb. That was absolutely gutsy call. And I'm talking spot on pass. And you're talking about Thielen, a guy with a hamstring problem coming into this football game. I was surprised that he had that kind of burst, that kind of speed. And then, of course, we know he has great hands.
Looked like the ghost to the post, the Thielen play.
You know what's amazing is Kirk Cousins became partly famous for saying, "You like that?"
No.
I think he likes where he is right now.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does.
We like the fact also that he talked to Chris Myers right after the game.
Kirk, congratulations. I know it's about the team, but you got a lot off your shoulders with the throw to Thielen and then the game-winning touchdown in overtime to advance.
Just happy we won. It's a great game. Two good football teams. NFL is a great product, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And you heard a lot of noise. How did you hold up in this? You were down early on the road, noisy team, and yet you guys battled back and then hung in there after the lead got away. Talk about this team, the defense, Dalvin Cook, who came over and congratulated him a moment ago. How far could this team go?
Well, we'll go 1 week at a time, but the Saints are the real deal. This was a really tough environment. I put it right up there with any time I've ever played. And it was a team win. We ran the ball. We played good defense. To hold that offense to 20 points is a great job. Special teams gave us great field position all game long. And then we were able to make the play at the end with Rudy.
Yeah, how was that designed, by the way, to go to Kyle Rudolph? He wouldn't tell me.
Well, they brought cover 0.
So you knew. Okay.
So had to come out, and Rudy made a great play.
I know you're deep in your own faith. How heavy was this load you've been carrying? I know you try to handle like a professional, but you can't block all the outside noise.
No, I appreciate the question, Chris. Ultimately it's about team. And I'm just trying to do my part for this team, help us win. And, quarterback carries weight. That comes with a job. And, like you said, my faith is important to me. It's the foundation of my life. And ultimately that's where I gain my peace and strength. Win or lose today, God's still on the throne, and I take comfort in that.
The first playoff overtime win in Viking history. Congratulations again. Good luck in San Francisco, all right?
Blessings to you.
All right, take care.
All right, Michael.
Humble guy. And he played well today. He outplayed Drew Brees. I don't think that's something that any of us expected. And the person for the Saints who kept him in the game was Taysom Hill. I mean, he was unstoppable, gave him that momentum back. But you have to give a lot of credit to the Vikings. I know, Tony, I know you know, and everyone who's ever played in that stadium, it is tough. Once they get the momentum, the crowd noise, all those things, to compose yourself and march the ball down the field in overtime, when that crowd is going wild after the Saints just tied it up, is a tough task. Congratulations to them. They didn't review that call, and I think everybody said, why wouldn't they review it? I think it was pretty clean. There's been a lot to overturn the touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't to overturn it in that situation, but get back to Kirk Cousins. I'm so happy for him. You can't tell me that there's not a monkey off his back, so you can't call that. That's a legit throw, legit catch. You got to count it. But for Kirk Cousins, I'm so happy now going forward because they got the running game going. Dalvin Cook set all this up. It gave him the confidence early, and once Kirk gets going, we all know it. He is an MVP caliber type quarterback, and he's playing outstanding.
Change of guard. Brady out, Breeze out. Now a lot of young guys will be in the Super Bowl.
Well, we'll be inside that winning locker room for the Minnesota Vikings on the other side when we continue here on the State Farm post game after their playoff win. All right, coming up next, Big East action, St. John's against Xavier. It's all tipping off when we are done here with the State Farm post-game show. But before we say goodbye, how about a congratulations to our Super 6 winner? Got all 5 prop bets and picked the Minnesota Vikings to win by 6 points. And so we have a victorious person on the app today.
Congratulations.
I know.
Awesome.
We should get the lottery numbers from them
next week.
Let's get inside that winning Vikings locker room.
Wow.
How's it feel to win a playoff game, man? Hey, that's how we've won all year. Team, right? Yes, hey, you held them to 20 points, man. Yes, you gave us a chance at the end. I got 3 words for you. You like that?
Yes, he likes that. So we do know the Vikings are going on Saturday against the #1 seed San Francisco 49ers. Our game on Sunday here on Fox will be the winner of this evening's Seahawks-Eagles contest, taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll ask you, Tony, who do you think the Packers prefer?
I think they would prefer the Philadelphia Eagles just from the injuries that they've had. So, but I think Carson Wentz is playing outstanding right now. Would not be surprised if that's who they're playing next week.
All right, that game is later today. We are just about done here on Fox for the afternoon. Minnesota Vikings, led by Kirk Cousins, get the victory in overtime, knocking off the Saints to advance into the playoffs, giving New Orleans another heartbreaker. We will see you next Sunday with a pregame show beginning 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 Pacific. 28 days to the Super Bowl.